Gale's blessing always prevails. I knew we could count on our village friends. They've collected so many berries.
That sound. Is that Gordon's cousin coming? Hey, why the outfit change? I gotta say, that straw coat actually suits you. You kind of remind me of that famous lady. Oh, right! Like the legendary Madame Julie.
Raggy, take another look. Isn't that Madame Julie herself?
Oh, I'm sorry, little Raggy. I had to disguise myself as Gordon's cousin and stay put if I wanted to hide from Threadstar's hunt. I even kept this from the volunteer corps. These problems all started in Seachia, and I didn't want to drag every citizen in the abandoned district into it.
Wow, you hit it so well. I didn't notice a thing. Wait, did you say hunt? And what is Threadstar? And how dare they go after Madame Julie?
Oh, if I couldn't pull off that role, how could I ever claim I was an actress before? The story of the hunt is a long one. Threadstar's been around for hundreds of years. If it hadn't been for Yarny, I wouldn't have suspected they were still active.
Yarny? The same one you mentioned in your journal? The reason you wanted to visit Seachia?
The very same! He would send letters now and then showing me the new detergents he'd learned about over the past few years. But a few months ago, the letters suddenly stopped.
What does Threadstar have to do with... Wait, could Threadstar have taken Yarny?
Yarny had never encountered such ruthless villains before. Being a lone Piecey, no family or connections, he was an easy target. I ran into Liora at the place Yarny was renting. She was investigating too.
So that's how you two reunited. But why didn't Liora reach out to Madame Julie as soon as she was reborn?
Because little Liora only came into being a few years ago. Threadstar's costumes are all woven with some kind of forbidden power. For centuries, Cersei's wishes have fought tirelessly against the Dark Essence. She reawakened just a few short years ago.
No wonder. Liora's been focused on the kidnapping since her awakening, and only found out then that Threadstar's back.
Yes. No Piecey understands Threadstar's cruelty better than her. My little Cersei. She never said a word, all to protect me. If not for this reunion, I would have no idea what she went through. Thankfully, I finally received the letter she left for me all those centuries ago. She played the part of the little sorceress in As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom. They originally wanted me to play the lead, but I knew in my heart that it was Cersei who would... She was thrilled when she got the role. From the first act to the final curtain call, she scrutinized every word over and over. The storm teaches us to obey, but flowers give us the courage. Dearest sister, remember, sunny days are always waiting. She went over that line 17 times.
Maybe when she wrote that letter, she remembered that very line. So she set off, carrying flowers and courage, Like the little sorceress breaking through the storm, Cersei faced the evil Threadstar head-on.
Yes, she was such a silly girl, trembling with worry before going on stage. But when that's...
It sounds like Liora never gave up investigating Threadstar. Nikki, we've got to work hard too. We can't let those villains win again.
Right. The tragedies Threadstar caused must never happen before our eyes.
We Forgottens aren't going to stand by either. Madame Julie will be safe here with us while we sharpen our blades and prepare to tear those rotten threads apart.
Those berries you collected will also be super useful. The juice they produce is known as Stitchy Splash, and it is a key ingredient for the tracking reagent for the suitcase.
What can Momo and I do to help?
The berries are almost ready. Let's pick the best ones we can find. Oh, wow! Nikki's got great taste! Now, listen, my darling. Only by dancing as a... Nikki, are you...
I'm ready. Let's...
My goodness! I feel like I'm getting younger with each and every step. Nikki, look! We successfully pressed some of the Stitchy Splash juice. This should be enough to fuel Gordon's craziness.
Job well done.
Once we've unraveled Threadstar's rotten threads, I'll throw a Ripple Estate soiree so grand, and the Forgottens will definitely be included.
I really want to go, but I haven't really gotten to know everyone, and I'm all torn and tattered. If I join the Ripple Estate soiree, won't I embarrass Madame Julie?
Dear, there are no strangers at the party, only friends you haven't gotten to know. Besides, what's a little wear and tear? I once showed up to an awards ceremony wearing a dress with a big rip. The whole point of this party is to bring the entire village together. Even that old stubborn Gordon told me the idea was fantastic.
Madame Julie is right. You should come. Everyone wants to get to know you. I'll get plenty of dance moves ready. We're all looking forward to dancing with you. Momo and I will bring the Stitchy Splash Juice to Gordon, so he can finish the tracking reagent and catch those Threadstar threads sooner. Let's do it. For the best Ripple Estate soiree ever!
Let's go, let's go, let's go! You can't run away this time, Threadstar!
Hey.
Ha! Just a bit more craziness, a bit more...
I think you may need just a bit more of the Stitchy Splash Juice, Gordon.
I did it! Finally! This reagent is a tiny miracle that will make every piece's heart skip a beat!
Gordon, you did such a great job!
All thanks to Julie, who handed me a whole box of blings, plus the Floragale cloths she'd kept for years. Without them, my progress wouldn't have been nearly this fast. The deal is finally settled!
Deal? What deal?
Gordon, did you agree to help just to attend the Ripple Estate soiree?
No, of course not! If that was the case, I would have sent Julie to find other pieces immediately. The treasures in my lab are more attractive and mysterious than all of the Ripple Estate. Anyway, both deals made Madame Julie really happy. I ended up turning half of those Floragale cloths into the perfect scraps inside that suitcase. Even a top stylist like you was completely fooled by me. All it took was some fresh berries, plenty of spring water, a touch of whim, and just the right amount of crazy.
You're pretty pleased you tricked us, aren't you?
Well, maybe I should apologize to you again?
Ahem. What about the second deal?
This reagent right here. I call it more Floragale cloth. Here, take it. I didn't have a lot of time. Otherwise, I would have tested more options, like adding flight fruits, maybe making the suitcase fly back itself, or even...
Gordon, this is great as it is. Momo and I can't wait to try this crazy and brilliant invention.
Perfect. You just have to spray it on suspicious ground and let the wind guide you. It can detect the lingering scent of the One Wash Fresh detergent perfectly, every time.
But I thought One Wash Fresh was a very common detergent. Will this really help us find the suitcase?
No one cherishes their suitcase as much as Julie does, and no one washes with One Wash Fresh 3 times a day like she does. The entire Ripple Estate, no, the whole abandoned district, could not have a clearer target than that.
All right then. Should we give it a try?
You can question my character, sure, but you have to trust my scientific knowledge. Liora tested the product when I was half finished making it, and the scent trail led her straight to Golden Field. Now that it's finished, more Floragale cloth.
Gordon, you've said the reagent's name a bunch of times.
Thank you, Gordon. I can't wait to use your great invention to catch those... The wind is picking up. Momo, be careful. Don't blow away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
According to Gordon's instructions, here's where we can use the reagent. Miss Nikki, let's give it a try.
The scent trail really appeared. Amazing!
Gordon's inventions never fail to impress. Following the scent trail, we should be able to find Madame Julie's suitcase.
Help! Help!
Someone's calling for help. Momo, we have to hurry.
Help! Help! Oh, why does this always happen to me?
Stop! Don't hurt him! Now then, why did you attack Benny? Who are you? If you don't answer, we'll have to treat you as a suspect and detain you.
Chase them! Kidnapping.
Kidnapping? What do you know?
Ah! Come on!
Watch out!
Ugh! Still couldn't catch her.
It's okay. We have plenty of clues. We just need to keep investigating. Come on, we should go check on Liora. Liora, are you okay? I'm fine, really. But maybe the Piecey who... Benny, are you alright?
Just like you saw. Cleaned my fabric and now it's filthy again. I smell like fresh mud all over. This place... But thank you.
Can you tell me what just happened? Why is that patchy Piecey chasing you again?
Because I always ruin her schemes. Like my career isn't miserable enough already. I can't find it Even just looking at her crazy irregular patches makes me shudder. It's as if all my threads are twisting into knots.
But fabric getting damaged is normal, right? Everyone gets hurt. You even have some stitches on yourself.
That's why I always make sure to cover the tub with bubbles before I get in so I can't see myself. Happy now?
All right, Benny, back to the case. You told us you caught that patchy Piecey plotting something?
Exactly. I saw her sneaking around behind that haystack. But before I could get a good look at what she was doing exactly, she rushed straight at me.
Nikki, the scent trail on the suitcase. It's pointing in that direction.
The last time that patchy Piecey appeared was just before the suitcase was stolen. Now she's here again with the scent trail at Golden Fields. Definitely suspicious. But then again, there's another Piecey who's always around there too. Benny, might I ask, why did you come to Golden Fields?
You suspect me?
Just a routine question.
Work. I came to look for potential stars here. And to see the endless sea of wheat. But now I'm in no mood for that anymore. I just want to leave the abandoned district as soon as possible. Sitia is noisy, but at least it's safe. May I go now?
No problem. Thank you for your time, Benny. Hope your luck improves. Huh, that feels familiar. Liora, what do you think? You've been quiet this whole time.
I'm fine, Nikki. It's just strange. Seeing a familiar Piecey again after centuries brings back some feelings.
A familiar Piecey? You know Benny?
Of course, but he doesn't recognize me now. Actually, I was part of the reason he moved to Golden Fields all those years ago. Never mind that. It's all in the past. For now, let's track down the missing suitcase. Looks like the scent trail is leading the way. Let's follow it. Julie's suitcase.
It looks like... There's a tear here. Is it a scuff mark? Maybe it was dragged on the ground or rubbed against something rough. Looks like the suitcase was hidden somewhere secret. It's completely covered in dirt. Scraps of cloth are gone. They only left the suitcase. Did they find out we were tracking it? Whether they tried to hide the suitcase or run away with all the scraps, the thief was clearly in a hurry. The suitcase is covered in dirt and has a scuff mark. Madame Julie's gonna feel awful when she hears about all this.
Nikki, how did the thief know we were tracking the suitcase? They just abandoned it and ran off with the scraps. Could it be... that patchy Piecey? She did mysteriously dash off the moment we spotted her. Maybe she came here afterward to get the fabric.
That's possible. But maybe the thief heard the noise from our scuffle and decided to run away from the scene. Either way, the thief risked it all to take the scraps, which means their true target has to be Madame Julie's fabric. What exactly is Threadstar up to? This fabric must be from Gordon's experiments, right?
He even left a piece behind. Seems like the thief was really in a rush.
Which means we must be getting close. If we can figure out their next move, we'll catch them for sure.
This looks like Threadstar's ledger.
It really was them who stole the suitcase. Let's look around and see if there's anything unusual here. The latest entry says the trades have gone underground. Looks like Threadstar isn't wiped out yet after all. Although their public forces were struck down by the Kingdom Guards, their remnants are still operating in secret, kidnapping more Pieceys.
They're really persistent. Wait, Nikki! This name rings a bell. Simon. Simon. I feel like I've heard that name before.
Oh, it was Tommy! The senior columnist he mentioned. His name is Mr. Simon.
He said Mr. Simon was targeted by strange people, and then he disappeared. Whoa! Threadstar kidnapped him! Tommy would be so heartbroken!
Whether it's for profit or some other reason, they're willing to hurt so many.
Unforgivable. Whether kidnapping Pieceys to make performance costumes or harming those who know the truth to cover up their schemes, their cruelty and evil is absolutely unforgivable. Let's keep looking through this. We have to pick up their trail. Mr. Leon rented Threadstar's costumes so many times. I suppose he had no idea those costumes were made from the fabric of other Pieceys.
Judging by how obsessed he is with art, I bet he didn't even understand what was going on when Threadstar went under.
True. If I remember correctly, Mr. Leon was always a loyal Threadstar customer. He never looked into the power behind the costumes. He just wanted to use them to draw the audience's attention.
But just like we saw earlier, these evil costumes not only consume the life of the Pieceys, but also harm the wearers. There are other renters too. Cersei! Liora, it seems like the record here shows the costume you were born from.
By the Silver Gale, it really is. Leah! Leah, could this be?
Are you okay, Liora? Does this bring anything to mind?
Miss Nikki, I don't know if you noticed, but there's a very obvious patch on me.
This purple piece of fabric, right? Wait, Liora, could this piece of fabric be...
Yes. Since I woke up in the safe, I could clearly feel it belonged to another Piecey. It's not part of me. It carries emotions and memories that aren't mine. It belongs to Leah. Only today did I learn her name. But from the moment I woke up, I kept having these dreams. Dreams of a little girl's laugh, a mother's comfort, a sudden separation, and lullabies she sang to herself. Small flower braids in rose, the dreaming child with secrets glows. Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge.
Those are Leah's memories.
Yes, the memories come in bits. I can't see them clearly. I often mix them up with my own past. I dream of going home, but sometimes the little flowers turn into wheat stalks, and the river of Prosperville flows under the bridge.
Maybe it's because Leah's greatest wish was to go home. She was just a carefree little girl, but was cruelly kidnapped, taken away from her mother. In the darkness and turmoil, she could only hum the lullaby her mother once sang, quietly comforting herself, hoping her mother would find her at any moment, sweep her up, and bring her home.
Maybe it's because of Leah's memories that I've been following this kidnapping case since I woke up, and I've come back to Prosperville once again. Sorry, Miss Nikki. I think I want to spend some time in the wheat field nearby.
All right, Liora. We'll find you once we've finished investigating around here. Why are there grain trays here? I don't think wheat stalks usually get processed here.
Could it be for feeding the birds? Some of my bird friends love this kind of grain, especially spread out and dried. Believe it or not, it's actually pretty tasty to them.
I see. But do other Pieceys leave the grain here for the birds? Probably not. If other Pieceys came by a lot to feed those birds, our culprit probably would have been discovered by now. I can't imagine they'd want to hide Madame Julie's suitcase in a risky place like this, especially with so many Pieceys around. So maybe it's the thief feeding the birds.
Could be, but it sounds so strange. Poisoning the detergent, stealing the suitcase, maybe trying to harm Madame Julie, but they're gentle enough to feed the birds? What exactly are they thinking?
I don't know. Whether human or Piecey, I suppose someone's thoughts can get pretty complicated. Anyway, these grains are evidence. Let's take just a little bit back with us. Leave the rest for the birds. If they come back for a snack, they'll find something tasty. The last failure? Could it mean their failed attempt to assassinate Madame Julie?
Could be.
Golden vision. Maybe that's why they snuck into the Ripple Estate soiree this time. To take Madame Julie's fabric. And what else? There probably aren't any more clues here. But we still don't know where the thief ran off to.
Nikki, Liora's still in the wheat field nearby. Let's go find her.
The heavy wheat bows low with grace, counting grains as winds embrace. Oh wind, please look and see the shining stage, tall towers free.
Liora, are you feeling better?
Thank you for asking, Nikki. I'm okay. I just remembered some things from the past.
Some things from Prosperville? I heard you humming The Heavy Wheat Bows Low.
Yes. Back then, I was a cheerful village girl. I made up this little rhyme myself. I used it in As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom, changing the wheat to flowers and grains to seeds.
Cersei must have loved running through the waving fields in Prosperville, sitting on haystacks, singing, sleeping with the scent of wheat.
Sadly, Miss Nikki, back then, I hadn't yet lost those golden stalks, so I didn't understand how precious they were. I was just tired of my unchanging hometown, dreaming of the big city people talked about. So I stood here often. Wearing the outfit I designed, I pretended to be a scarecrow. I called to the wind and birds, hoping to catch news from afar. Like the little sorceress, craving sunny days, but too afraid to face them. A stage wider than any room at home, and spotlights even brighter than the sun. I wanted to see what they truly looked like. By fate's design, as I wore that very outfit, Benny chose me.
Wait, so it was Benny who discovered you. Maybe he isn't unlucky after all.
No wonder Benny returned to Golden Fields this time to scout the next star. He must have recalled Cersei's success back then.
Success? Maybe. Back then, Benny was so ambitious, determined to shape the perfect star. He said he'd be my agent, helping me become a great actress and see the bustling world beyond with my own eyes. So I left, and and never returned.
There's nothing wrong with yearning for a distant, glamorous life. I believe that Cersei never meant to leave forever. She just wanted to see another world and explore more possibilities.
Yeah, it was that wicked Threadstar's fault you never came back.
Yes, I don't regret setting out on my journey, but I do regret never knowing which direction to take. Actually, I got tired of entertainment fast. Loud but hollow applauses, suffocating parties. So boring compared to an afternoon lying in the wheat fields. But becoming a star is quite a worthy dream, don't you think so? If I didn't chase that passion, then what else would I pursue? So I never stopped.
I understand that. It's like being blown along by the wind, unsure if it's really the direction you want, but by the time you realize it, it's already too late to stop.
Exactly. I uncovered Threadstar's plot and was drawn to this new, unexpected force. Then, I searched for the truth. I died, was reborn, and I began to dream. Dreams of wheat fields, dreams of spotlights, and Leah's dreams. I searched for my own dream through countless others. Leah wanted to go home, but what about me? Small birds chirp away, with stalks of wheat they sway. Oh, birds, help me find. Find the sunrise where I began. Find the last of the crossroads.
Miss Liora, finding your direction is difficult, and I can't give you an answer right now. I believe that the only way to lay down your burdens and hopefully find your direction is to end all of the tragedy that Threadstar creates.
Just like a wild bird, you're only able to fly when you feel the light.
Yes, just like... a bird! Miss Liora, since that Threadstar thief once fed the birds might know where they ran off to.
Maybe the birds do know the way. Miss Nikki, no matter where I end up, I never want Leah's tragedy to happen to anyone ever again. This outfit has the ability to call the birds. Let's give it a try. After all, we must find that thief. My inspiration came from the wheat fields, and it's only within these fields that this outfit is able to access its full power.
Birds fly, winds reply, bring the answer to Momo nearby. The bird said the Piecey who fed them was very gentle, but always seemed worried, and kept saying that if they couldn't leave, they would hide in the most unexpected place. Birds fly, winds reply, bring the answer to Momo nearby. Wait a sec, this Barrisant said it saw that Piecey dash away. It chased them halfway across the ridge, but still...
So the birds saw that thief. They hid in a secret spot where many Pieceys meet, and they most likely hide within fragrant depths to mask their scent. And it said they would hide in the most unexpected place.
I see. Miss Nikki, where do you think that place is?
Oh, it's Ripple Estate! They're about to host the Ripple Estate soiree, so it'll be really busy and filled with new detergent scents. Where do Pieceys gather with lots of hidden spots? The Ripple Wine Cellar! Exactly. The most dangerous place might actually be the safest. The thief must think the Ripple wine cellar is the spot we least expect.
Wow! Impressive, Detective Nikki! Such a clever thief. Without the bird's help, even if we searched everywhere, we'd probably end up at the estate last. And
Thank goodness for good timing. I'll head back to the Ripple wine cellar to confirm their whereabouts now.
but the Ripple wine cellar is so complex. If only a few of us are going, are we actually going to be able to catch them? Nikki, should we ask Jenny for help?
Momo's right. But Jenny and the others need to focus on keeping order at the Ripple estate and preventing everyone from panicking.
Maybe we can ask Raggy and our leader for help. Right now, they're the only ones who know the truth about Julie faking her death. Maybe they'll lend us a hand.
Great. They're both very skilled. If we work together, I'm positive we can corner the thief. Liora, let's meet at the Ripple wine cellar.
Birds fly, winds reply, bring the answer to Momo nearby. Wow, the Piecey talked with the birds about how to hide from predators. They said masking their scent is most important, like hiding in the wheat fields, blending with the...
The moment is finally here.
Don't worry, Liora. Gordon just reinforced my buttons for me, so I'm feeling super strong. With one punch, I'll make that thief's seams burst wide open.
How's everyone doing? Have all the staff inside of the Ripple wine cellar been evacuated to safety?
Yes, it's already been cleared out. They said they saw a Piecey escape through the side door of the Ripple wine cellar. The layout of that production track is very complex, so we must be extra careful.
No time to waste. Leave the pursuit of the Threadstar remnants to me.
Nikki, I'm coming with you. You shouldn't face Threadstar's evil alone.
I'm in too!
Then I'll stay here and guard. If that brat tries to make a break for it, they'll get a face full of fist.
All along. Coolyn, this time you won't get away.
got nowhere left to run.
Tell us where the fabric is, or do you want to taste my fist again?
Finally, we've got you. Your Threadstar goons have been so cruel to the Pieceys. Now it's time for you to pay.
Spill it! How did you poison everyone? And how did you steal the suitcase? The entire time the suitcase had been stolen, you were with Tommy and Pommy.
Right, spill it. How'd you pull it off?
Nikki, we've been tricked. Those rascals actually dared to come after us, and they even injured Julie.
What? Julie is still alive. No way. But the suitcase thief is here, so who's going to attack Madame Julie? You've got accomplices, don't you? You're not the only Threadstar remnants hiding throughout the Ripple Estate. Please don't panic. Madame Julie's only injured. Let's get back to the village.
As for you and your accomplice, shh, shh. Neither of you are getting away.
Stitching, stitching, endless stitching. Ugh, if only I'd already perfected the immortal fabric.
Immortal fabric? What a crazy idea! I like it, but I don't think I'll be needing it. This little wound won't leave a single stitch mark.
Julie! Madame Julie, are you all right?
Do not worry, my dear. If you ask where I was hurting the most, I would have to say not being able to use the strongest detergent for a while was truly heartbreaking.
You always make it sound so easy. What exactly happened? Who did this?
I'd have to say I was pretty lucky, if it weren't for my friend over there.
Her again. Madame Julie, are you saying that she attacked you?
She saved my life, dear.
Earlier, a swarm of Esslings suddenly appeared in the village. Julie said they were after her. She told our leader to protect the others, then drove the Esslings away. Then, there was some sudden commotion that shook the windows open. I quickly floated over and saw Julie injured, with this Piecey lying beside her.
Even I couldn't see exactly what happened. Luckily, she was fast and agile. She suddenly darted out from nowhere and pushed me out of the way. Thank you very much, my dear friend.
She actually saved Madame Julie. We never even got the chance to speak with her properly. Who is she really? And what is she trying to do? Gordon, is she badly hurt? Can you fix her?
Of course, thanks to Julie's Florigel cloth, but...
Nikki, I think she wants to say something.
Chase them!
Hello? What do you mean? Who are you chasing? Don't worry, take your time. You're safe here.
Leah.
Leah? Liora, could it be that she suddenly leapt at you because she sensed Leah's presence? But how would she even know Leah? Could it be? Small flower, braids in rose.
The dreaming child with secrets close.
Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge.
Leah.
She seems calmer now. I'll try playing this lullaby on the violin. Hopefully, she can rest peacefully in the music and dream without any pain.
She's so much calmer. That's wonderful. Nikki, she's sleeping soundly. Gordon can start examining and repairing her now.
This is just unbelievable. Even I never thought something like this could happen.
What is it? Did you discover something?
This patchy Piecey. This is utterly mad. I'm still checking, but... Yes, every single piece of fabric on her body comes from the body of a different Piecey.
That's just like the Threadstar costumes!
Liora has a patch from Leah, so she has Leah's memories. With all of those patches, she must always be dreaming noisy, chaotic dreams, pulled in all directions by countless voices. Sometimes she might suddenly forget who she is, or why she even came here. No wonder she sometimes seems like a completely different Piecey. The reason she often talks to herself and struggles to connect with others is that her mind is confused and lost. But why would she do this? Or was she made this way by someone else?
This is so bizarre. I'm afraid we won't figure it out until she wakes up.
And the attack. Only she might have seen the attacker.
Speaking of the attack, that pocket watch she's wearing seems broken. It's stuck at 11:18. Could that be the time of the attack?
That watch stopped long ago. I took it apart while checking. It's full of dust, and the gears are all stuck together.
Then why would she still wear it?
Why, indeed. I'll try removing all her patches so there'll be fewer voices inside her. Then you can talk to her original self without all the noise. This will be such an exciting experiment!
Found out Madame Julie faked her death and finally caught the suitcase thief, I thought we'd have this case all wrapped up. I didn't expect another Piecey would try to assassinate Madame Julie. Luckily, that mysterious patchy Piecey was there, or things could have gone really wrong.
Yeah. Even though we still don't know who she really is, or why she's doing all this, we definitely owe her our thanks.
To be honest, with everything going on, I'm feeling pretty confused right now. Detective Nikki, do you have any new ideas?
So far, we've solved the missing journal case and uncovered the truth behind the scraps of cloth in the suitcase. Madame Julie and Liora worked together to fake her death. But so many cases remain unsolved. We never managed to catch who poisoned the Dawn's first light detergent. But now the evidence might be pointing to Coolyn being the culprit.
She's the owner of the detergent bar, right? Hasn't she been researching the detergent industry at the Ripple Estate? She probably figured out the secret form.
And since she knows more about detergents than most Pieceys, this poisoning method wouldn't be hard for her. And there's more. We tracked the suitcase and ended up at Coolyn, but she didn't actually steal the suitcase. The real thief is probably an accomplice of hers who's still hiding in the shadows.
Look at her, with that top hat and bow tie. I thought she was just a cold but decent Piecey. Turns out she's a major troublemaker.
Luckily, with Gordon's reagent and help from Liora and Raggy, we managed to trap her. Otherwise, she would have run off with the suitcase into the abandoned district. Why is she so desperate to move the fabric inside? What's her goal? And there's more. If it weren't for Madame Julie and Liora stepping in, we would have never known that all of this connects back to the Threadstar from hundreds of years ago.
Using Pieceys to... It's too cruel. I can barely say it out loud. Such a heartless company.
Even though the Kingdom Guard's Operation Starstrike was a huge success, Threadstar somehow rose again. Not only cruel, but also cunning. They're preparing the Golden Vision. Maybe it's connected to Madame Julie's assassination. At least we caught Coolyn, found out she's part of Threadstar's remnants, and know she definitely has an accomplice. They're the ones who attacked Madame Julie. She needed help to pull off the suitcase theft. Her alibi back then was just a trick. We underestimated her.
Ugh, one Piecey did the poisoning, the other one stole the suitcase, and they worked together so smoothly. They almost fooled us. Detective Nikki, who do you think stole the suitcase?
Based on our findings, Tommy was held up by Coolyn, and Benny was unconscious. Neither had time to steal it. Liora is Madame Julie's friend. She wouldn't steal it. And Mr. Leon had
But Coolyn didn't have any time either. That only leaves the Patchy
I'm a bit confused now. It seems like the Patchy Piecey's identity and motive... to greet a Bryn.
I wonder how the Patchy Piecey's doing. Nikki, let's head to Prosperville to check on her and Madame Julie.
So that was you?
I just told the guards what's happening. Threadstar's gaining momentum, but I was careless.
Liora, and that Patchy Piecey lady. What are you trying to say?
Hello, Kingdom Guards. I'm Scarlet the Seeker, former Kingdom Guard reporting in.
Miss Scarlet was a member of the Kingdom Guards. She's the one who uncovered Threadstar's plot, leading to Operation Starstrike. Also, she's Leah's mother.
What? What are you talking about?
Let me explain. I discovered Threadstar's conspiracy all because of Leah. Leah was my daughter, a lovely girl. Unfortunately, she was sick and left me too soon. I always kept her little clothes by my bed, pretending she never left. I missed her dearly. Then one day, her clothes disappeared. A tiny Piecey appeared in their place. She turned to me and called me Mama. I thought this Piecey was a blessing from the gods, so I called her Leah. I cared for her fabric, we played, and I sang Leah's favorite song, Small flower braids in rows, the dreaming child with secrets glows. Ah, happy days. I always slept with a smile on my face, until she vanished too. Gone without a trace, like she never existed. I looked everywhere, but never found her. So I started investigating all the cases of missing Pieces, hoping to find a clue. That's when I noticed Threadstar. The Kingdom Guards took it seriously. When Operation Star Strike succeeded, Threadstar was seemingly gone, but I still wasn't able to find my dear Leah. No matter where I looked, I never saw her again. Later, I left the guards and died alone, still searching for my baby girl. I was then reborn as a Piecey. This broken pocket watch stopped exactly at the time Leah left. I wear it always. I swore on it. Whether whole or broken, whether it takes a day or 100 years, I will find my Leah. After a while, I began sewing pieces of the victim Pieces onto myself, piecing together their memories to find the truth. I've followed those memories ever since.
Threadstar kidnapped Leah and turned her into... That's why you were so emotional seeing Liora. You were sensing Leah.
Yes, those memories confused my mind, but I will never forget Leah's presence. Leah, my little Leah, I miss you so much.
Wind blows soft on the ridge, sending our sorrows off the bridge. Leah knows your voice.
I know. I followed Benny here because I suspected that over the decades, he's been helping Threadstar pick kidnapping targets.
Wait, so you think Benny is a member of Threadstar? That's why you attacked him?
Attack? I did chase him, but I didn't succeed.
How come?
What a liar. Benny wasn't at the fermentation zone his first day at the estate. I found him there, but that was early on the second morning.
Wait, that's the day after the first poisoning case. A whole entire day after Benny claimed he was attacked.
His first day hiding in the estate, I couldn't follow him inside. The next day, I followed him to the fermentation zone, trying to catch him. I was distracted by a noise, probably one of his accomplices. He escaped, and I wasn't able to attack him.
The so-called attack was just a setup. I understand now. We need to catch Benny quickly.
Don't worry. Gordon asked Jenny to keep him locked up. Both he and Coolyn have already been detained.
Unfortunately, the Piecey who attacked Julie used some forbidden power to strike from a distance. I didn't see them, so I can't be sure if it was Benny.
That's okay. You get some rest. I'll take it from here. I'm heading back to Ripple Estate to have a talk with them. The wind is picking up. Momo, be careful. Don't blow away.
It's just a light breeze. I'm not worried at all.
Benny and Coolyn are held in 2 nearby knock-knock cells. It also looks like the others found these shredded fabrics on Coolyn, but she won't explain why she stole the suitcase. As for Benny, I have yet to see him. I heard he's insisting on his innocence and begging to leave the abandoned district.
Suspecting an old friend must feel awful. Liora, if you ever need to talk, I'll be here for you.
It's okay, Miss Nikki. After hearing about Miss Scarlet's investigation, I had some doubts about Benny. After all, if it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have started renting costumes from Threadstar.
Huh? Didn't you start to suspect him when Threadstar got into trouble?
Threadstar was popular then, and their custom stage costumes were in high demand. Benny was a perfectionist and wanted me to rent a magical costume to boost my influence. It wasn't that strange to me. So just like I never told Juliet about these things, I never told Benny I was investigating Threadstar either. But I never expected to run into him here, right when we were tracking down Threadstar's remnants.
Returning to the abandoned district after a long time and running into so many accidents, it's hard not to be suspicious.
Indeed. I've been afraid to face him because I'm worried I might get a bad answer.
Liora, were you close to Benny in the past?
Close? Yes, I suppose. As my agent, even though he was treated differently because of his facial scar, he always did his best to shield me from unwanted gatherings and fought for me to have more opportunities. I appreciated him.
Benny said the scar was an old injury. Did he get it back then?
No, it was even earlier. He was born from a torn piece of clothing. The owner of the clothing was a struggling actor who had an accident. It happened during a very dangerous performance. Both he and the costume were left with a permanent scar, and his dreams shattered. When I met Benny, he never really spoke about it, but kept washing himself and tidying the house, as if trying to repair every broken piece of his life.
The pain from that accident, just like that scar, never faded from Benny's heart.
Maybe because of this, he was a perfectionist and very strict with me, demanding I be a perfect star in everything I did. But he also cared for me a lot, like an older brother, ironing out every crease in my costume and making sure to tidy up my messy dressing table. At every performance, he stood backstage, applauded me, and gave me a bouquet of flowers. He wanted the spotlight on me even more than I did, as if the light could also heal his scars. Sorry for rambling. The most important thing to do now is to figure out what they're hiding. I think we can start by questioning him. If what I know about him isn't entirely based on lies, then he's not someone who's good at keeping secrets.
All right, leave it to me. Momo, let's go ask Benny some questions.
You again? Detectives. Is it my turn to be treated like a suspect now?
This is just a routine inquiry in the Where were you when we were chasing Coolyn in the Ripple wine cellar? Were you her accomplice in stealing the suitcase? If you have nothing...
I had no idea you were chasing Coolyn. How would I even know where I... As for stealing the suitcase, wasn't that after I was knocked out? I was hit by that jittery, patchy Piecey as soon as I arrived. How could I have had time to steal anything?
Benny, I'm afraid that what you don't know is that we've already spoken with that patchy Piecey you mentioned.
What? That's impossible. That thing can't even form a complete sentence. How could you possibly...
Miss Scarlet has finally regained her senses. She's not some evil Piecey like you tried to frame her as. In fact, it's the opposite. You're the suspect, and that's why she's been chasing you all along. According to her testimony, your alibi doesn't hold up. In truth, All that evidence was a lie you and Coolyn came up with. If I deduced correctly, your arrival time in the abandoned district is accurate. Lindy can confirm that much, so you couldn't have faked it. But everything after that? Completely fabricated. The day you arrived, you went straight to the Ripple Estate to meet up with Coolyn and set your plan to steal the suitcase.
Coolyn poisoned the detergent, and you stole the suitcase. She poisoned herself so she wouldn't be a suspect for the suitcase theft.
Exactly. After stealing it, you left the estate and met with Coolyn in the fermentation zone. She always said she had a habit of doing her research at night. But once you left the estate grounds, Ms. Scarlet spotted you again. Thanks to Coolyn's help, you managed to escape. After that, the two of you chose to stage a fake attack scene to frame Ms. Scarlet. That way, everyone at the estate would be on guard against her. She couldn't keep following you in the estate, and you had your unconscious all day alibi.
Now I get it. Even though Coolyn and Pommy found you together the day before, the only one who claimed to have seen you unconscious there was Coolyn herself.
In reality, you never went to the fermentation zone that first day. Coolyn brought Pommy to find you on purpose, making her testimony seem credible.
That's quite a clever conclusion. But sorry, I'm just a failed talent scout. I don't get all the twists of this case, and I'm not interested in your detective games. I have no idea why that lunatic Piecey suddenly started spouting all this. The only thing I know is that she kept chasing and attacking me, and caused me a lot of trouble. If you insist on believing that maniac and refuse to believe me, well then, I've got nothing more to say. Suit yourselves.
What do we do, Nikki? He still won't confess. If he keeps insisting Miss Scarlet is lying, we can't really prove otherwise.
I would rather believe Ms. Scarlet's testimony, but with both sides telling a different story, we can't use this as evidence to convince Benny. Let's talk to Coolyn again. If we can prove she gave Benny false testimony, we can completely shatter their lies.
So, now you've sent a human and this little yellow furball. I'm not in the mood to talk.
Coolyn, refusing to talk won't help. Since you had the guts to steal Madame Julie's suitcase, you should have been prepared for the truth to eventually reveal itself. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us your reasoning for stealing the suitcase. You're so gentle with the birds, so why stay loyal to a cruel organization like Threadstar?
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. What does that have to do with me?
Huh? How can you be acting so calm? Who even is this Coolyn?
I've heard the name Julie, though.
Ugh! This fluff bag's tougher than I thought!
Steal a suitcase? None. Little... I've heard the name... So, now you've sent a human and this little yellow fur...
Coolyn, refusing to talk won't help. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate and tell us...
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety. Little birds, Threadstar. I don't know a thing about them. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. What does that have to do with me? You just show me. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. She delayed her trip. You just show me this I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy. You just show me. I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of... You just show me this I've heard the name Julie, though. Some kind of sovereign of sexy? You just show me... So, now you...
Coolyn, refusing to talk won't help. Since things have progressed this far, you might as well cooperate until it...
Steal a suitcase? Nonsense. You were chasing me so fiercely that I got scared and hid for my own safety, that's all. I didn't steal anything.
Those scraps were found in your possession. Still going to deny it?
Just some cloth scraps. I use them to test detergents. What? Is there a rule against bringing your own scraps to Ripple Estate?
If they were really just scraps for testing detergent, why did you keep carrying them while running away? Even when you were cornered, you still wouldn't let them go.
I'm a professional detergent bar owner. I have my reasons. Besides, you suddenly chased me. I didn't have time to think about what I was carrying. If you can't prove where these scraps came from, stop wasting my time.
Coolyn, does this piece look familiar? We found it near Madame Julie's suitcase at Golden Fields, the one you didn't manage to take. If we compare this piece with the scraps we found on you, it will prove they're the same fabric. Or do you need to see a lab report before you'll admit it?
I actually left a piece behind.
Looks like you just admitted to being the suitcase thief. Now, one more question. Benny was your accomplice, wasn't he? His so-called coma was just your cover. He was never attacked at all, was he?
And what does it matter if I am the suitcase thief? Give it up. I'll never tell you anything else. As for Benny, I'd never seen him before I came here, and I'd never bother faking evidence for him. Why bother asking? As for Benny, I'd never seen him before.
Benny's notes say he often visits the Nightshade Lounge, the very one you own, Coolyn. He even pays monthly tabs. A hands-on bar owner that goes as far as to personally test detergents, and even carries around test fabric scraps just in case. And
that fool! Of all the things, how could he drop this page? Stupid. Utterly stupid.
It's over, Coolyn. No denying it now. You and Benny were a team, poisoning the Dawn's first light detergent just to steal that suitcase. Why? What is this golden vision? Why kidnap so many Pieceys? Why target Madame Julie? Don't you think enough Pieceys died already? Coolyn, it's not too late. Tell us the truth, and we can stop more Pieceys from being lost.
Fine, I do know Benny. But just like you said, it's nothing more than a bar owner and a regular. I'd never risk faking evidence for a customer. And even if he came fairly often, I never liked that man. What a pretentious fool.
What do we do, Nikki? This is the most stubborn Piecey I've ever seen. She's still not telling us anything.
If she refuses to talk, we have no way to keep investigating. Momo, we need to find a flaw in her collaboration with Benny. Maybe we can start from here. Could Benny's journal page reveal more clues? We need to prove that his connection with Coolyn goes beyond just a bar owner and a customer.
Huh? But we only have this single page, and it's all about Benny's work. There's nothing that shows any link to Coolyn.
Back then, we thought Benny's notes were on the potential talent he was scouting. Now it looks like the targets he researched were probably kidnapping victims. Come on, we can't let them get away. Think carefully. How are we going to prove that the story about being attacked and discovered was actually a planned false testimony? I've got it! Coolyn, could you please describe the state you found Benny in for us? If you are both telling the truth about what happened, both of your stories should match perfectly, right?
Didn't I already explain when I brought that Piecey back? Oh, you know I hate repeating myself.
I don't just want the broad story, I need the details. For example, what was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? And what condition was Benny in? Come on, Coolyn. Answer these few questions and I won't bother you anymore.
Fine. That early morning, actually, the very morning of the dawn's first light chaos, I went to check the fermentation zone and saw a buttonfoot and a white glove coming from the wooden barrel house. The weather was just normal. The air carried the scent of aroma lily, which gave me a headache. As for Benny, I thought he was just a worker resting, so I didn't pay much attention. I had no idea it was him.
Then the next day, you brought Pommy with you, and he was still there. Pommy checked, and that's when you realized it was Benny, knocked out from the attack?
Correct. But you already know that, don't you? The morning after the poisoning incident, the weather was fine, and the air smelled of flight fruit. He was lying in the exact same spot, still unconscious. Just one blow to the back of the head, and he's out that long. How pathetic. Now, is that enough? Don't bother me anymore.
Come on, is this ever going to end? I want to go home, you hear me? Home!
Benny, we have one final question. If you can answer it honestly, then maybe you can go home sooner. Please describe your experience of being attacked and knocked out, and when Coolyn and Pommy found you. What was the weather like that day? What scent of detergent did the fermentation zone smell like? What condition were you in?
Questions, questions. Why so many questions? I already told you. I arrived that very morning when the dawn's first light incident happened. It was still dark when I reached the estate. I got lost for a while before I found the fermentation zone, and then ran into that sneaky Piecey. As for the weather, it was pitch dark. Who knows what the weather was like? The scent? Probably something like wool fruit. I was really tired at the time. I just wanted to ask for directions. Then suddenly she attacked me and knocked me out. When I woke up, Pommy and the others had already taken me back to the estate. That's all I know.
Still bad-mouthing Miss Scarlet. Oof! I just want to scratch him.
Then suddenly she attacked. As for the...
Sounds guilty to...
As for the weather, it was...
Still bad-mouthing Miss Scarlet.
It was still... Question.
So rude!
Questions, questions. Why so many questions? Enough already. You trapped me. Questions, questions. Why enough already. You trapped... Questions. It was still... As for the weather, it was pitch dark. Who knows what the weather was like? The scent? Probably something like wool fruit. I was really tired at the time. I just wanted to ask for directions.
Is that all true? Because that's not at all what Coolyn said. Take a closer look. Her account of the first time she saw you doesn't match yours at all.
What? It should match. I was just lying there unconscious and...
You noticed too, right? She said the fermentation zone smelled of aroma lily, but you said wool fruit. If I didn't know any better, I'd say one of you wasn't there.
I just got it wrong.
Benny, don't you think it's a bit too late to change your story and say the scent was aroma lily? Aroma lily's smell is so distinct. No one would believe your side of the story now. The fermentation zone always starts releasing the scent of that day's ingredients after 3 a.m., but you and Coolyn described completely different smells. If you're not lying, then how do you explain that?
No, I just made a mistake. I didn't. No, I never smelled anything. You pressured me into saying something, so I just blurted it out. Wait, I remember. I remember now. It wasn't past 3 a.m. when I arrived. I got to the abandoned district by 2 a.m., so I wasn't lost that long. I wandered a bit after that, of course, but not for long. Then I saw that crazy Piecey's pocket watch. It read 2:30. Exactly. I just forgot before, but now I clearly remember. There was no scent being pumped out at that time. Don't try to trick me. I wandered a bit.
And he's still trying to frame Miss Scarlet.
I wandered a bit. Wait, I remember.
He's backtracking. We can't let him.
Wait, I remember.
He's backtracking.
What? I wandered a bit after that, of course, but not for long. Then I saw that crazy Piecey's pocket watch. It read 2:30.
You made a huge mistake, Benny. You keep trying to frame Ms. Scarlet, but you don't know her story, or the spirit and the sheer willpower behind her pursuit. That pocket watch was broken from the start. It's forever stuck at 11:18, the time Miss Scarlet lost her daughter.
Broken? Always broken? Lost her daughter. No, I don't understand.
Her daughter was murdered by Threadstar. You couldn't have seen 2:30 on that watch, so you're lying. Benny, I suggest you confess. It's over, Benny. Time to admit you lied.
We already know your background. You're both Threadstar's villains, sent to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision, right?
This is your last chance to redeem yourself. Tell us why you stole the suitcase, and why you tried to kill Madame Julie. And stop working for Threadstar.
Come clean and we'll go easy on you. If you're honest, you'll get a lighter sentence.
No. Prison? Impossible. I have no idea what you're talking about. What Threadstar? What about killing Julie? I don't know anything. As for the scent in the pocket watch, who knows? Maybe I just misread it.
You're just the type who won't cry until death's staring you right in the face.
What evidence do you have that proves I work for Threadstar? Show me. How can you verify that I helped Coolyn steal the suitcase? You caught her, right? You should find the suitcase and the cloth on her. If so, then lock her up.
You're ruthless. Your ally doesn't matter to you at all?
Why should I care about what happens to her? I just want to go home already. I don't want to stay in this place for another moment. Go away, detective. Without solid evidence, don't expect to hear another word from me.
Nikki, looks like they're both refusing to cooperate. We should figure out our next move. Phew. These two are hard to deal with. They're starting to crack, but they still won't confess.
Don't lose hope, Momo. At least we know they're partners now. Benny's so-called attack probably aligns with my theory. It's just a story they made up. Threadstar must have sent a few members to the abandoned district to carry out the Golden Vision.
Well, what exactly is the Golden Vision? And why would they want to hurt Madame Julie so badly?
Hold on. Like I've said before, no matter how perfect a crime seems, if you look closely enough, cracks will always show. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit. I doubt that we're going to get any more information from Coolyn. She would rather confess to stealing the suitcase and accept being punished than tell us what really happened.
pretty tough cookie, you know that? I mean, even if I pulled out my razor-sharp claws, I don't think she would be fazed in the slightest. She's just that tough.
But there might still be a chance with Benny. He's desperately denying it, and he insists there isn't any evidence. But if we find solid proof, we might crack him. Unfortunately, the assassination attempt on Madame Julie has no witnesses, and it's hard to find clues from the Esslings. That route probably won't work.
Should we start with the missing suitcase case?
Yeah. If we can prove that Benny stole the suitcase during all of the detergent poisoning chaos, he won't be able to deny it. And if we can prove Benny's a member of Threadstar, identifying his motive, he probably won't have much of an argument.
Makes sense. Detective Nikki, where do you think would be the very best place to start looking for evidence? Your trusty assistant Momo is here and ready to go whenever you need me. Just point me in the right direction and I'll get on it right away.
Whether it's Threadstar or Benny, the Pieceys in the abandoned district might not be familiar with them. We'll probably find clues asking guests from Sichia. How about we start by talking to Liora. Since Benny was once Cersei's agent, she must know Benny's past better than nearly anyone else around.
All right, let's get going. With Nikki on the case, we've got this.
But I don't know which of the seeds will bloom, who will be the sorceress to get through the storm. There's only one seed for a life.
That's from As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom, right? It feels so different from what Madame Julie recited.
That line only appeared in the premiere. I rewrote it later on. Benny really liked it. Back then, I always liked to oppose things he liked on purpose. After all, he could be pretty harsh. When I first arrived in Sichia, I felt like a bird finally flying far away. But Benny said little birds are light. Sometimes it's not that they flew far, but that the wind blew them away.
Wow, that was pretty mean.
He's always been stubborn. How is the interrogation going?
We managed to expose Benny and Coolyn's lies, and even piece together how they teamed up. It's too bad. Without concrete evidence, they just keep denying everything. Liora, do you recall there being any connection between Benny and Threadstar?
Back then, I was so focused on researching performance costumes that I distanced myself from almost everyone. After becoming a Piecey, I never saw him again. However, back when Mr. Leon was still human, he often rented costumes from him. I even saw the two of them discussing the details backstage before my last performance. And Mr. Leon has always lived in Sichia. As a victim, he must remember the news when Threadstar was taken down.
Makes sense. Knowing him, he'd definitely jump at the chance to be interviewed and go on and on about how he was the victim.
Thank you, Liora. Sorry to trouble you with these questions.
It's okay. I've asked myself over and over, if Benny is a criminal, I won't let him off. Otherwise, how could I face the strict lessons he taught me? When I was helping prepare for the Ripple Estate soiree stage, I heard that Mr. Leon was planning to rehearse near Beryl Grove today. You might see him over there.
Nikki, what should we do next?
I want to ask Tommy first. If it's about Threadstar, maybe he knows something.
Makes sense. Let's go find Tommy first.
Write it all down! Even if I don't make the headlines, at least give me a sidebar mention. Hey! What? Oh, thanks to you, I was able to dig up the tune that Cersei...
It means you're really talented to dig up such details.
That guy only has Madame Julie and Cersei on his mind.
Ha! Don't underestimate me. In just a few days, I was able to uncover nearly all the secrets held by those folks from Siege. Everyone except, of course, for the mysterious Liora.
Please, tell...
Benny? He was a great talent scout who made Cersei famous back in... They were both incredibly close to each other. When Cersei won the Golden Sicia Best New Artist Award, Benny cried so hard back. Ever since Cersei unexpectedly died, his career dried up. Now, even the drink shop thinks he's bad luck and won't hire.
Yikes. That workplace environment...
After all, his temper and the scar on his face didn't win him any favors. Not to mention his time in prison.
Prison?
I remember it had something to do with Threadstar. That briefing was stolen by Mr. Leon. He shouted, "Oh, the ink upon every single one of the newspapers will forever be my stage! I can't wait to get to Barrel Grove and share my art again!" Who knew that even columnists have to watch out for robberies too?
Sounds like something Mr. Leon would do.
Mr. Leon was also at the scene when the suitcase was stolen. Although he was caught up in a hallucination at the time, maybe now he can remember the more overlooked details.
Ugh. If he's off performing some one-man show again, then it looks like we'll be in for a real dramatic time. Ugh. Let's just go wait for him near the Barrel Grove.
Oh, this world is even sadder than the drapes at the Backwater Theater.
Mr. Leon, sorry to bother you. Did you see Benny before or after the poisoning that day?
Benny? No, I didn't see him. Why? Do you think he was the one who stole the suitcase? He doesn't honestly think that a few scraps of cloth will cover that broken face of his and hide his shameful past, does he?
You seem to know Benny's past well.
Of course! It all starts with my own glorious yet lonely past. A boy more fragile than an unfinished script. When he arrived in Sicia, his dreams were even bigger than the city. Even though he had already become a piece of living art, that era of foolishness trailed behind his shadow. On snowy nights, his monologues put the basement's hairband slugs to sleep. The applause that should have followed, lost along their way. Until one day, a kind gentleman gave him a gift, powerful enough to shake the world, whispering, "Wear it, wear it." He knew everything has a price. Nightmares, pain, reminding him of their existence. He went back to perform the full submission again and again in hopes to awakening this ignorant era. But he fell, forever left upon the platform leading to his dreams.
Could that man be from Threadstar? Ugh. So they used everyone's dreams and it cost your life. But, what does this have to do with Benny?
Dear audience, don't be like those who know nothing of art, ready to tear away fate's every secret. Intermission time! Shall we have a little preview of Act 2? Look at you, such furious faces. Surely you've seen through the gods' twisted little trick. Such pitiful jealousy, too afraid to let the true starlight fall upon me. Sending that evil messenger, Benny, with fake generosity and kindness, politely selling costumes to me, all secretly marked with the price of downfall.
I mean, Benny was Cersei's only agent. I never suspected that he could possibly be one of the culprits behind selling all those stage costumes. This is truly shocking. And now it's clear. He really is connected to Threadstar.
This is exactly the evidence we're looking for. Mr. Leon, thank you for your help. I never expected that you too were hurt by Threadstar and never got to perform your solo show.
It's fine, it's fine. Every step on stage I make now is rehearsal. All in preparation for the full submission. Just wait and see. The boy who fell on the platform will be back, carrying all the scripts rejected to expose this fake world.
Nikki, can we finally take down Benny now? Let's expose Threadstar's whole scheme and reveal the truth behind everything they've been hiding.
This suggests a link between Benny and Threadstar, but we'll still need solid proof that he's the one who stole the suitcase if we want to expose his secrets.
But no one suspected Benny when we investigated the suitcase theft case before. Where do you think we should start digging from here?
Miss Nikki, there were plenty of audience members obediently seated under the stage that day. Why not go ask them?
You mean... Oh, right! We questioned Squeaky and Belford, but we got caught up with running around. We haven't even interviewed Liora yet. Maybe she'll link Benny to stealing the suitcase.
Then what are we waiting for? Come on, let's find Liora and ask her.
I was here. And then...
Liora, are you recalling what happened the day the suitcase was stolen?
Miss Nikki, yes. While you were all busy with the questioning, I just stood by doing nothing. I felt so ashamed. I thought that if I could recall some overlooked details, maybe I could help.
That's fine. In fact, we were thinking the same thing. We came to hear more about that day in detail.
Of course. As always, the first to receive the dawn's first light that morning were the on-duty staff, so they would be able to quickly return to their posts. After I applied it and was about to head back, I noticed some staff were already showing symptoms. I had a bad feeling, so I ran here, hoping to meet Gordon. When I arrived, I saw Squeaky pressing juice there. She's usually really energetic, but at that moment she seemed unusually agitated.
If you say so, it really sounds like she must have already been hallucinating back then. She was talking about flying fruits, runaway bags, all sorts of impossible things.
At the same time, I saw Belford approaching. He carried a bunch of detergents, but was already unsteady.
It sounds like Belford was about to hallucinate too.
I wanted to help him, but I quickly started to feel dizzy myself, stumbling and bumping into him. Lots of detergent spilled. The smell was strong.
Oh, this must be the fragrant fireworks Belford told us about. What then?
Then I started hallucinating too. I can only remember some fragments. A yellow bulkhead with 2 blue-purple horns, wearing a blue-purple jewel on his neck. Well, I thought the bulkhead might charge. While dodging it, I bumped into a sack, and I think I may have cracked it.
Do you think that bulkhead could be Belford? I remember his yellow hat having 2 blue-purple patterns. Just a thought.
That's a possibility. Then suddenly I heard a loud shout ring out.
You'd rather have perfect wheat fields than accept the Barasant I bring!
Something like that.
That has to be Mr. Leon. I think your version of this line is better than his original.
That was him. I was startled then. I saw the bulkhead run away, felt danger was coming, and left quickly.
It looks to me like both you and Squeaky were scared off by Mr. Leon's shout.
When I came to my senses, I was at a remote water spot, soaked through, and there was no one nearby.
So that's what happened. We met the other witnesses Liora mentioned to us, but I can't shake the feeling that something is off. There should have been one more Piecey there. The thief, They couldn't have disappeared without a trace. But what exactly feels wrong?
Don't rush things, Miss Nikki. Maybe we can simulate an interrogation. Treat me like a suspect, find any inconsistencies in my story. Maybe the truth is hiding in plain sight.
Great idea. We should get started.
Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
Liora, could you please describe again what happened nearby that day? Especially the part where you saw Squeaky and Belford.
Not a problem. When I arrived here, Squeaky seemed already caught up in hallucinations, pressing juice with wild agitation. Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent. After that, I fully slipped into hallucinations and fought with an imaginary bullcat. Well, I think that was a mistaken vision of Belford. Later, I was startled by Mr. Leon's passionate performance. With Belford pacing around nervously, we both left the place.
That matches with Mr. Leon's testimony. I don't see any issue. That seems to match Belford's testimony.
After that, Belford...
That's what Belford told us earlier. Is there anything that doesn't line up with the scene?
Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent. It seems consistent with my... Belford was on the other side,
That info matches Squeaky's testimony.
Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him, spilling the detergent. Seems consistent with my... Belford was on the other side, transporting detergent but already unstable. I tried to help but felt dizzy and accidentally bumped into him.
Got it. Liora testified that she bumped into Belford and accidentally spilled detergent all over the place. Since both of the hallucinating Piecys left after that happened, there's no way they could have neatly arranged the detergents found in the corner. But last time we investigated here, we saw lots of organized detergent bottles near where they bumped into each other.
Someone stood the bottles back up, and that Piecey who did so is very likely the culprit. Miss Nikki, please let me examine these bottles. This one's scent. It's Benny.
Why do you think it's Benny?
I'm not sure you remember, but I mentioned when Benny was my agent, he was incredibly attentive, helping me. Scripts I carelessly left lying around would be stacked neatly, and any makeup I may have spilled on my desk would be arranged just like these detergent bottles. I should mention, this detergent scent is the one Benny usually uses.
We often see Benny washing his hands. It seems he always carries detergent with him.
Yeah, although this fragrance he usually uses is quite common and very mild. When placed alongside these other nearly scentless detergent bottles here, you can still figure out the difference between them. Moreover, only this bottle has been slightly used, and the bottle's cap has an extra seal ring inside of it. That's Benny's signature. If Benny stole the suitcase, after doing the dirty work of lockpicking, he'd want detergent to clean his hands. I now suspect that the big sack I accidentally bumped into, after being startled by Mr. Leon's performance while I was hallucinating, was actually Benny.
Benny was washing his hands while he was also startled by Mr. Leon, bumped into you, and dropped this detergent?
Exactly.
That's definitely possible, but so far, it's just speculation based on Benny's habits. It's hard to prove.
Exactly. And since this detergent is so common, Benny could easily blame another Piecey for leaving it behind.
I think we'll need to dig a little deeper. This interrogation simulation has been really helpful to us, Liora. If you can keep assisting us while we clear things up, we would really appreciate it.
It would be my pleasure. Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
If this bottle of detergent with a different scent really was dropped by Benny... Oh, I see. In that case, there's still one suspicious detail. When Benny was looking for the detergent that he had dropped, he tidied up the spilled bottles by force of habit. But if he had the time and energy to do that, how could he have not taken the detergent he actually dropped?
Indeed. In his case, not having detergent is probably as bad as not wearing clothes. I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Nikki, think quickly. All the spilled detergent here has to come from just one source.
I think maybe he did take a Indeed.
Let me think about it.
I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think? This might not be I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think? This might not I think maybe he did take a bottle of detergent, just the wrong one. Miss Nikki, what do you think?
Belford mentioned that the only detergent he's been transporting recently is the super duper palmed detergent. It doesn't smell like anything, and matches the characteristics of these detergents.
I see. Since the bottles all look alike, and the scent difference is minimal, it doesn't surprise me that he grabbed the wrong detergent in a hurry.
Even if Benny did grab the super duper palmed detergent by mistake, he probably realized it a long time ago. If he's already thrown away that bottle, we can't investigate further.
Maybe we can find supporting evidence from other testimonies. Have other witnesses seen anyone with a distinctive appearance in their hallucinations? Like how I saw a sack with a big tear.
Besides Liora, there's Belford, Squeaky, and Mr. Leon. Nikki, did any of them report seeing anything?
Have other witnesses seen anyone with a distinctive appearance in their hallucinations? Like how I saw a sack with a big tear.
Squeaky said she saw a big sack split open after being scared by another noisy sack. Maybe what she actually saw was Benny, who got a big shock from Mr. Leon.
That's definitely possible. Looks like I'm not the only one who saw a hallucination resembling Benny.
So the truth has been right in front of us all along. We just didn't see it.
Great! Now we have both the detergent he dropped and the descriptions mentioned in everyone's testimony. Nikki, can we go interrogate Benny now?
I'm still a bit worried. Will these ambiguous pieces of evidence really make him confess?
I also feel something's missing. From what I understand of Benny, the more stressful the situation, the more eloquent he gets.
We've seen that behavior before. Even with a mountain of evidence, he just keeps arguing. Hey, could this be a trait of a showbiz manager?
Huh, you could say that. In the ruthless entertainment world, it was a skill he really took pride in. Given his personality, when faced with this evidence, he'll probably claim he was poisoned and ran to the scene, but he'll firmly deny touching the suitcase.
Yeah, I can picture that. Looks like we need solid proof to show he did actually come into contact with Madame Julie's suitcase. Liora, please help me one more time. Just one last interrogation simulation.
Ready, Miss Nikki? We'll start when you are.
I think the key is right here. How can we prove that Benny made contact with Madame Julie's suitcase?
To prove that, we need to find marks on the suitcase that only he could have left. Benny definitely washed his hands with the super-duper pumped detergent he grabbed by mistake, but this detergent doesn't have any distinctive scent. Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could super-duper palmed possibly cause?
I remember the effect of super duper pumped is very special.
Besides this, Benny
Ugh, if he had used super scented palms, we would have caught him. Wait, Nikki, did you see anything that...
To prove that, we need to find marks on the
Madame Julie's suitcase is covered in dirt and scuff marks.
If Madame Julie saw it, she'd be upset for sure. But she carefully picked the fabric for this suitcase. It shouldn't be this fragile. Dirt or wear and tear. These might be the crucial clues to cracking the case. Benny definitely washed his hands with the super-duper pumped detergent he grabbed by mistake. Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could super-duper palmed possibly cause?
Keep it up, Detective Nikki. We're just one step away from the truth.
Dirt or wear and tear. These might be...
At first, we thought the thief was just being...
Dirt or... Benny definitely...
Ugh, if he had used...
Benny definitely... Besides the scent...
I remember...
Besides the scent, what kind of flaw could super-duper palmed possibly cause?
Once told us that super duper palmed can amplify the effects of other types of detergent. So powerful that the estate won't even sell it to any outsiders.
That's especially true when it's combined with One Breath Bliss and One Wash Fresh detergents.
So that's it. Madame Julie's suitcase has always been maintained with One Wash Fresh, and that detergent has deeply soaked into the fabric.
That's why Gordon could make a special tracking reagent to help us find the suitcase.
But when One Wash Fresh is mixed with super duper palmed, it becomes a detergent with cleaning power that's too strong. The marks on the suitcase aren't from wear, but damage caused by washing.
Oh, during the theft, the suitcase was covered in dirt, and Benny washed it with the detergent he had on hand, but the two detergents combined, damaging the fabric.
Exactly. It's probably because he realized the fabric was getting damaged that Benny didn't dare keep cleaning. Otherwise, with his obsession for cleanliness, he wouldn't have tolerated so much dirt still on the suitcase. Liora, could you help think this through? With this evidence, is there any way he could still deny it?
Considering Super Duper Palmed is not officially sold outside the estate, this evidence is quite conclusive. Considering Super Duper Palmed is not official, if he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft?
We can't let him get away with that excuse. Nikki, think fast. How can we prove the suitcase didn't have those marks?
If he were desperate enough to fight back, the suitcase did travel with Madame Julie to Sichia and was used in faking her death, so it's possible it was damaged. If he were desperate enough to fight back, maybe he would try to claim the marks were there before the theft?
This is it. This is the photo Palmy took when the choo-choo train delivered Madame Julie's suitcase. Look, the suitcase looks perfect here.
Those obvious wear marks must have appeared after this photo was taken. Miss Nikki... No, Detective Nikki. You did it! So this is what really happened that day. While everyone was hallucinating, Benny snuck onto the scene. No one knew that a new guest had arrived at that time, except for Coolyn. After stealing the suitcase, Benny washed his hands out of habit, using the detergent he'd brought. Then, Mr. Leon shouted his lines, startling all the Pieceys. Liora knocked over Benny's detergent bottle. When he went to pick it up, he couldn't help but organize the scattered bottles. But he took the wrong detergent, the Super Duper Palmed, the one that Belford was responsible for transporting. Then he left with the wrong detergent and the suitcase. The estate was chaotic during those few days, so no one saw the detergent bottles lined up in the corner. Later, because the suitcase was so dirty, he tried cleaning it, but didn't expect the reaction between Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh already soaked into the fabric would wear the material down. Bad seeds only grow bad fruit. Eventually, he left behind a flaw. Why did he choose this path? He cares deeply about his wounds, yet he joined Threadstar.
Liora, we still don't know how deeply Benny's involved. Let's talk to him first, before we make a call.
Yeah. Although he definitely helped steal the suitcase, we haven't found any other clear sign of wrongdoing. The ledger isn't his, and the Golden Vision notes aren't with him either. He already served a century in prison and got hit by his own accomplice.
Prison? I guess I didn't know everything about him. It's fine, Mr. Momo. Thanks for helping uncover the truth. If Benny really is a key member of Threadstar and tried to harm Madame Julie, I'll personally bring him to justice. Even if he's got his reasons, or if he introduced Threadstar to me, even without meaning to, I want to hear it from him directly.
Right. Before we find Benny, let's take this suitcase to Alan's for an inspection. With a professional detergent expert's report proving that 2 detergents made these marks, our interrogation will be stronger.
All right, let's go. With Nikki and Momo on the case, and Liora helping out too, there's no way we can fail. We're definitely going to catch him.
Oh, by the Silvergale! Isn't this Madame Julie's suitcase? You found it! But why is it so dirty and damaged? The Sovereign of Sexy should always be elegant, charming, and flawless from their head to their toes. Oh, I can't stand seeing this!
Actually, we wanted to ask you about the damage on the suitcase. We were wondering, could it have been caused by detergent?
Well, you have certainly come to ask the right person. As a detergent tester myself, I am the most familiar with how to identify different types of detergents. And I am also someone who simply cannot handle when the beauty of this world falls victim to destruction.
So, Alan, can you tell what they are?
Unbelievable. Which staff member was so careless to make such a basic mistake? Both detergents, One Wash Fresh and Super Duper Palmed, were detected on the suitcase. Their combination created the special Super Clean Palmed formula, which is too strong and damaged the fabric.
Just like we guessed. Do Pieceys that come in contact with the special Super Clean Palmed formula leave marks on their own fabric?
Definitely. That is why this special formula was only sold internally. The Ripple Estate doesn't even keep a single bottle of it in stock. Who made this mistake? Bring them here, and I'll test them thoroughly. I'm sure I can detect the residue of the special formula.
That's great! Sorry, Alan, we're a bit pressed for time right now, but we'll fill you in on what happened later. With your help, we'll finally breathe easy. Momo, let's find Benny. You can't deny anything this time.
When will this end?
Benny, we've brought solid evidence this time. There's nowhere left to run. Tell us everything about Threadstar's plot.
No way. You're just trying to trick me. You really think I'd believe you? How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar!
So desperate that you're spouting obvious.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar! How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar!
So desperate that you're spouting.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar! How many times do I have to repeat myself? I've got nothing to do with Threadstar!
A minor offender involved in coercive sales and forced rentals, sentenced to 100 years in prison with compulsory labor.
How did you find this? Don't bring that up. No!
You served Threadstar centuries ago, and we should believe you're not involved with them now? Benny, if you keep this up, you'll only end up back in prison. And for even longer next time. Why won't...
No! An old newspaper can't prove a thing! It happened so long ago. How is that evidence? I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Coolyn! She's the one who did it! Centuries ago, I had no idea that Threadstar's costumes were even made like that. I have nothing to do with them!
Oh, he's about to... We wouldn't bother coming back if we had no solid proof.
I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Coolyn! She's the one who did it! No, I never stole the suitcase, or tried murdering Julie. Coolyn! She's the one who did it!
Do you see it now, Benny? Madame Julie's suitcase has traces from the mixture of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh, the latter being the detergent used to clean the suitcase regularly.
So what?
Where did that Super Duper Palmed come from? The only explanation is if someone left their own detergent behind and took the transport shipment. And I think the culprit is you. Actually, we've got another crucial piece of evidence. If a professional investigator examines you, they'll tell whether you're truly as clean as you claim. Maybe you ended up just as over-clean as the suitcase after coming into contact with the same mix of Super Duper Palmed and One Wash Fresh.
Enough! Enough! Stop talking about things I already know! I know I damaged the suitcase. I know I hurt the Pieceys. I know I'm an accomplice, but I've already tried to break away. Why can you just not let me go?
You've gone to prison for a century and still don't get it? A bad seed always bears bad fruit. Some mistakes should never have been made.
You don't know anything! What if that bad seed was just me being born? What if his dream was to be a perfect star, but an accident ruined his face? What if I was born from the nightmare wrapped in that damaged costume from such a disaster?
That seed wasn't bad. Even with that scar, you're still an excellent talent scout, helping a country girl step onto the stage. And your insistence on prop safety spared her from the same fate.
How? How did you know?
Yes.
I've always wanted to ask her something. If I had not insisted on the original schedule that day, would she never have fallen?
She was doomed to die. She was investigating Threadstar's costumes and was targeted.
How come? No, I should have known. I rented those costumes. I just didn't dare to think about it. After I got out, I was a ragged scrap with a 100-year sentence, shunned by everyone. Only Threadstar gave me a chance to keep creating perfect stars. So I told myself it was okay, that I was just a fringe Piecey on the sidelines. I stole the suitcase, but I didn't want to think about what was inside it. I kidnapped the Pieceys, but I didn't want to see what happened to them afterward.
A crime is still a crime. No matter how you tried to dodge it before, this time you still bared your claws at Madame Julie and tried to kill her.
I didn't. I'm not qualified to do such an important mission. Coolyn assigned my tasks. She didn't even tell me Julie was still alive.
Julie was still alive. Liora, do you remember that when we were investigating in the Ripple wine cellar, Coolyn said that too?
She did. She seemed unaware that Julie faked her death.
The attack on Madame Julie. Could the real mastermind still be hiding in the abandoned district? We need to ask Coolyn again.
She won't cooperate. She joined Threadstar to find her missing twin brother. That's the only thing she truly cares about.
Missing? What else do you know about Coolyn?
She'd rather talk to birds than to other Pieceys. Maybe because she once had a celeb crow named Piecey. She's always been closer to those birds than Pieceys.
Piecey?
This scarf! Tommy said Mr. Simon and his sister once...
But Simon is already...
Liora, would you be able to visit Tommy?
This again? Ask away. You're wasting your time.
That's where you're wrong. We've discovered something we'd like to show you. Tommy informed us this scarf belonged to a late senior columnist. He was on his way home, planning to give this scarf with its subtle bird embroidery to his sister. They once raised a celeb crow named...
Where is he? What do you mean by late senior columnist?
I'm sorry, Coolyn. What Tommy encountered was a Piecey that had been born from that person's... His name is Simon. We were able to locate his whereabouts within your legend.
I didn't know!
I think this letter was meant for you. It's possible he may have taken on a new Piecey name to conceal his true identity, hoping to meet you again someday. But I'm sure that hearing that new name, it must have felt very unfamiliar to you.
I've been waiting for him to come home. I took my medicine. I took good care of Piecey. Brother, there must be another Piecey born from his claws. I waited and waited for such a long time. I kept all of his clothes safe. But why, brother?
His strongest wish was to go home and see his sister. He only had the...
To hurt others for your own desires. That's incredibly selfish.
Enough of this, Coolyn. Don't you ever commit these evil acts again.
I'm sorry.
I'm hoping you'll help us to expose Threadstar's plan.
The forbidden outfit is almost complete. Julie is a natural star, and the Golden Vision is aimed at using her as the final material. But I don't know who attempted to assassinate her, whether she actually died, or what the fabric I took was about. All I know is I was simply following orders to complete...
This is so exciting!
Madam...
Rain won't hold back my steps. Let the storm rage even harder. I'm setting out to find clear skies.
That's what the elder sister said to her younger sister when she left Rain City behind.
Yes, and then it goes...
But sister, they say beyond the city lies only deeper darkness. How will you pass through the clouds? How will you withstand the lightning?
We are the sorceresses, and we ride our brooms! Look, the storm clouds lit by lightning! I'll pierce through them! Pierce through the storm! You long for clear skies, only proven with your eyes!
Only proven with your eyes.
That's right! Julie won't go down easy!
Madam Julie!
It's really great to have you back.
Oh, that's all thanks to my little Nikki. If she hadn't caught the remaining Threadstar remnants, I wouldn't be standing here today.
Everyone can relax now. The last of Threadstar's remnants, Benny and Coolyn, have already been captured. Ripple Estate is safe once more.
How dare they try to take Julie down? I should have defeated her, just me!
The two of them have no shame!
The raindrops creating ripples are the rhythm of my dance. Only through celebration may we drive the darkness away. Friends, let's celebrate together. The Ripple Estate soiree is about to begin. Yay!
When the mastermind thinks we've lowered our guard and tries to strike Julie again.
We'll get them right away and end this forever. A rainy day is perfect for picking rainy orchids.
Wow! It's so lively here! Oh, just one breath, and I'm swept away by the aroma of the Vin des Ripples. We can't let the villains ruin this celebration! Nikki, let's go talk with Liora about the final plan. Or talk to some Pieceys to gather intel.
Please take good care of yourself, too. She'd be
Don't worry.
Hi, everyone. Miss Scarlet, how's your recovery going?
I'll be okay. Injuries happen all the time. When I was with the Kingdom Guards, I had more stitches on me than I could even count. But that still won't keep me down.
But you're not fully healed yet. Are you sure you want to join the mission?
My only wish is to catch the culprit, even if it means using every last bit of my strength to do so. Threadstar is cunning. I know that better than anyone. You'll be more likely to catch them having me around. Tell me the details. How are you planning to use Julie as bait to trap the culprit?
Okay, at the opening of the Ripple Estate soiree, Madame Julie and I will team up for a styling duel and perform the first dance. I've already passed the co-performer auditions, and I've earned the Sovereign of Sexy medal. Everyone in the abandoned district already knows about this, so it won't raise any suspicions among any of the Pieceys there. During the performance, Madame Julie will purposely let me win, but just enough to keep it believable. Then she'll pretend to be upset and say she's going back to the village to change into a new outfit, so that we can have a rematch.
Great plan. Since you said the last remnants of Threadstar are wiped out, and Julie's making a public appearance, Threadstar should assume we've lowered our guard.
Right. When the soiree is over, any outsiders lingering in the abandoned district will be...
When Madame Julie returns alone to the village during the party, it'd be the culprit's last chance to strike. They'll have to try. Liora and I will be hiding nearby, ready to protect Madame Julie and catch the culprit.
Understood. I'll find a good ambush spot nearby, too.
Phew, the show's about to start. Nikki, are you feeling nervous?
Well, then I'll wait for Madame Julie to return from the village for another dance.
Nikki, should we start getting ready?
Right, let's head to
She stands in the rain, atop the tallest spire in the Rain City. The downpour is swallowing the horizon.
When the flowers bloom, I'll set out. But the flowers haven't bloomed yet, sister. And I only have one seed left.
Beneath the curtain of the rain, she seems to see her sister's silhouette dancing familiar steps in the rain. Raindrops fall, sister dances on. Ripples splash where her feet touch. The city's reflection blows. Her steps quicken, becoming stranger. This is no raindrop dance, but a new dance for clearer skies. She steels her resolve, looks toward the dark clouds, and grips her broom tightly.
Madam Julie, please accept my interview!
From the highest tower, she finally leapt.
What a nuisance.
Catch him!
She will pass through the storm. She will find clear skies. After him. Rain will fall. Flowers will bloom.
Watch out, Nikki! Leon can summon Esling!
So full of anger. Perfect play. That's right. The founder of Threadstar. Of course, this is just the most boring cameo I've ever played. Miss Detective, do you really think pulling back the curtain means victory?
Miss Scarlet!
I've 10 lives for these reckless beings. Why will they accept the true blessing?
Watch out!
Inkabah! Sorry. No, it can't be! Do not look down on me!
Benny! I'll go find him! So... just like this.
Small flower braids in rows, the dreaming child with secrets glows. Wind blows soft on the ridge,
Nikki.
sending our sorrows off the bridge.
Birds leave their nest and fly so high.
Clouds they will pass quietly by. Sing all day long this ancient song.
The Ripple Estate soiree ended successfully. Everyone okay?
Nikki, looks like Liora wants to see us. Let's talk to her.
Liora, Miss Nikki. It's so good to see both you and Mr. Momo looking so lively. Thanks to Madame Julie setting up the barrel home, Momo and I both got...
Oh yeah, dancing for 3 days straight at the Ripple.
Thanks to you, everyone is celebrating to their heart's content. Madame... Miss Scarlet insisted on guarding Coolyn herself. She wouldn't even put a single drop of detergent on just in case. Hey, I don't think I've seen Tommy around either. Tommy is busy investigating Mr. Leon, saying he wants to write an in-depth report. I heard they found where Yarny is too. Luckily, he hasn't been harmed. Miss Scarlet... Miss Nikki... Wait, you're leaving already? Yes. Now that Threadstar's conspiracy has been thwarted, and my wish to become a Piecey has been fulfilled, I've got no reason to stay in the abandoned district. How have you been these past few days? I'll be okay, Miss Nikki. I will remember Benny. I think he would want me to remember him in that way, as a friend who sacrificed himself for others. Not exactly good. Maybe I'll write to him. Who knows? It might help. Yes. The wind has stopped, and the birds can finally fly free. Do you mind if we see you off? Of course. I may not be as good at showing feelings as Madame Julie, but Miss Nikki, though we haven't known each other for long, you should know that you're the human I respect and like the most. I am hoping to set off with your blessing. I plan to leave before sunrise. Please meet me at the Ripple Estate platform. A journey brought by the train must also end with the train. Beautiful. I've been meaning to ask, what's the ending of As Rain Falls, As Flowers Bloom?
Oh, my dear girl. That one was written by Juliet and Cersei together.
She clenches the tiny broom as small as herself, fighting desperately against the storm.
Magic surges forth. Beneath the pouring rain, the final seed explodes, bursting in a fierce bloom.
The wind paves her way. The petals guide her.
As she breaks through the clouds, silence overtakes all. The sunrise casts its light upon the earth.
There she sees the first clear sky.
Excellent story. Leah would have loved it.
Look, the train is here. Goodbye, Miss Liora. Bon voyage. Travel safely.
Right, Nikki and I will both miss you.
You two.
I'll miss you both so much.
Oh, little Liora, at times like this, you know I always have too much to say. But I don't want to hold you up. I'll skip the fuss and simply wish you never-ending joy and freedom that knows no bounds.
Thank you, Julie. Take care of yourself. Miss Scarlet, you know if you change your mind, I can leave it with you.
Don't worry about me, kiddo. Take it with you. Take Leah to see the faraway places. This world is beautiful, isn't it?
Let's go. Time to leave.
Goodbye. Why do I still feel so sad when everything is clearly over?
It's all right, my friend. Tomorrow will be a brand new day.